This Mexican American just called out LA riot protesters. Then a Marine issues a final warning. I mean, think about this. You're in a country where you don't want to leave, but you're waving a flag from a country that you ran from.
Right.
Make that make sense to me. I'm going to tell y'all what's really going down in Los Angeles clip by clip. Watch to the end and then tell me, how much more of this do you think we're supposed to tolerate?
And before this starts, I'm going to tell you that I've been raised in at least a 90% Hispanically dominated part of America.
Let me get this straight, just so I could clarify it. You don't want to go back to Mexico. You're protesting to stay away from Mexico, but you're waving the Mexican flag and you're...
And this guy is very American. He is not Mexican. This is American Mexican.
Waving it with pride. You're waving it in the United States, the country you're trying to stay in, the country you don't want to leave. But yet you're waving the Mexican flag with pride. Okay. That seems normal to you? That seems logical? That's not stupid? At all? None of that's stupid.
At all?
All right. You guys are an embarrassment to the Mexican culture and to the United States culture. You guys are an embarrassment to everybody around you, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Do better.
Yeah, it was...
True that, but I do have to say, being raised the way I was and where I was, I know a little more than the average American.
Starting right here, because I wanted to start with truth from someone who's lived on both sides and isn't afraid to obviously call this out. This wasn't hate. This was logic. I mean, common sense. And it's the logic no one in the mainstream media seems to understand as they continue to report on these events. But while citizens are calling it out, so are the people who want to protect this country. Not protesters, not governors, not mayors, but those who took an oath.
See, I do have to call you out a little bit there, Kingdom Reacts. Like, I grew up in a predominant Hispanic neighborhood, and they got a lot more to say than what you're revealing.
Here's what that oath actually says.
For every loudmouth leftist telling our troops to remember...
Wait. Before we go there, I gotta say, with the whole resident presiding Hispanic neighborhood as a non-Hispanic, like, I can tell you this right now, right? I never understood the hate growing up and why it was the way it was until I asked the actual Mexican that was here illegally, right? And they were honest with me, right? You gotta understand, as a Mexican in Mexico, they're trained and taught through schools. Their actual schools and their programs say that America was Mexico, right? And all the natives here were Mexicans, and that means they're Mexicans, and that means America belongs to Mexicans, belongs to Mexico. So they're told to invade America to retake it back to Mexico. I don't know why no one understands this. I have lived it for so long, and no one gets this to their head. But let's go ahead and hear the Marine talk.
Remember their oath? Stop pretending you know what you're talking about. Here's what the oath actually says. I do solemnly swear that I support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. It goes on to say that...
Hold on, before it does that, I'll read the middle part. That I will bear true faith. Faith. I wonder where that comes from. And Alex gets this. I can't fucking read. To the same. And that I'll obey the orders of the President of the United States.
that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States, and I will obey the orders of the officers appointed over me according to the regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. That's it. That's the
Nope, you forgot. So help me God.
mission. Not to obey the governor, not to side with the mob, and not to do whatever the mayor says. It's about protecting the Constitution and this country, even when weak leadership refuses to do so. So,
And again, so help me God.
when the President of the United States sends the National Guard to go shut down the chaos in LA, and you start crying about tyranny and martial law, guess what? The military's job isn't to make you comfortable. It's to protect this country when local officials fail. Looting, fires, assault, destruction. That's not protest. That's lawlessness. And
that is rioting. They all need to go to jail, be deported, and go to hell, baby.
if you think defending that makes you some kind of hero, you're the one who forgot what this country stands for, not them. Our troops are not violating the oath. They're upholding it. Because unlike you, they actually took it. Stop using the oath like a political weapon when you have no idea what it means. Our service members are out there doing what needs to be done. You don't have to like it, but you will respect it.
So help me God.